It is 6 p.m., and as the Secretary Pro Tem, I call the special organization meeting of the Waukegan District 60 Board to order. Ms. LaCour, will you please take roll call?
Mr. Riddle?
Yes.
Mr. McBride?
Yes.
Ms. Hannah?
Yes.
Ms. Callahan-Wozniak?
Yes.
Ms. Leguizamo?
Present.
Am I saying Mr. Castellanos? Mr. Ewing? Here.
All board members are present. A quorum exists. Mr. Castellanos, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
All right. Pledge allegiance.
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, and justice for all.
for liberty and justice for all. The first order of business is the administration of the oath of office. Mr. Morris, will you please administer the oath to each of our elected and re-elected board members?
Is the agenda going to be on the screen? If the board members would step up towards the microphone. We're going to swear you all in at the same time.
All of them.
Oh, Jen? How about Jenna?
Yeah, Adriana is to call.
The new board member and the 3 re-elected members. Come on over to the microphone. Kind of work your way through this.
Yeah, I don't want to step on anyone.
So by popular demand, I'm going to swear all 4 of you in at the same time. Just recite after me, please, and when I ask for your name, state your name. I
Anita Hannah,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of member
will faithfully office of member
of the Board of Education
of the Board of Education
of Waukegan Community Unit School District number 60,
of the Community School District 160,
in accordance with the Constitution of the United States,
in accordance with the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the laws of the State of Illinois,
and the laws of the State of Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
I further swear or affirm
I further swear or affirm
that I shall respect taxpayer interests
that I will respect taxpayer interests
by serving as a faithful protector
by serving as a grateful protector
of the school district's assets.
of the school district's assets.
I shall encourage and respect
I shall encourage and respect
the free expression of opinion
the free expression of opinion
by my fellow board members
by my fellow board members
and others
and others
who seek a hearing before the board
who seek a hearing before the board
while respecting the privacy
while respecting the privacy
of students and employees.
of students and employees.
I shall recognize
I shall recognize
that a board member
that a board member
has no legal authority
has no legal authority
as an individual,
as an individual,
and that decisions can be made
and decisions can be made
only by a majority vote
only by a majority vote
at a public board meeting.
at a public board meeting.
I shall abide by
I shall abide by
majority decisions of the board
majority decisions of the board
while retaining the right
while retaining the right
to seek changes
to seek changes
in such decisions
in such decisions
through ethical and constructive channels.
through ethical and constructive channels.
As part of the Board of Education,
As part of the Board of Education,
I shall accept
I shall accept
the responsibility for my role
responsibility for my role
in the equitable
in the equitable
and quality education
and quality education
of every student in the school district.
every student in the school district.
I shall foster with the board
I shall foster with the board
extensive participation of the community,
extensive participation of the community,
formulate goals,
formulate goals,
define outcomes,
define outcomes,
and set the course
and set the course
for Waukegan Community Unit School District Number 60.
for Waukegan Community School District 60.
I shall assist
I shall assist
in establishing a structure
structure
and an environment
and an environment
designed to ensure
designed to ensure
all students have the opportunity
all students have their opportunity
to attain their maximum potential
to attain their maximum potential
through a sound organizational framework.
for a sound organizational framework.
I shall strive
I shall strive
to ensure a continuous assessment
to ensure a continuous assessment
of student achievement
of student achievement
and all conditions
in all conditions
affecting the education of our children
affecting the education of our children
in compliance with state law.
in compliance with state law.
I shall serve
I shall serve
as education's key advocate
as education's key advocate
on behalf of students
on behalf of students
and our community's schools to advance
to advance
the vision
the vision
for Waukegan Community Unit School District Number 60.
for Waukegan Community School District 60.
I shall strive
I shall strive
to work together
to work together
with the district superintendent
with the district superintendent
to lead the school district
to lead the school district
toward fulfilling
towards fulfilling
the vision
the vision
the board has created,
the board has created,
fostering excellence
fostering excellence
for every student
for every student
in the areas of academic skills,
in the areas of academic skills,
knowledge,
knowledge,
citizenship,
citizenship,
and personal development.
and personal development.
Thank you. At the superintendent's table is the copy of the oath. Please sign it. Ms. Placencia will witness it, and then it'll become part of the permanent files. Congratulations.
Is it a copy of the oath?
Hi, how are you?
It's a lot. It's a lot for you, too.
Oh, thank you. You sound like welcome back, Carter, huh?
Yes,
May be
please.
seated, yes, you're all seated.
The next item of business is the election of officers. Are there any nominations for board president? Mr. Riddle?
Yeah, well, Jeff just did.
Oh, okay.
Well, I nominate Brandon Ewing as well.
So there is a second. Mr. McBride nominated Brandon Ewing. Mr. Riddle will be the second. Ms. Hannah?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Hannah, I'm sorry. Are there any other nominations?
Yes. For Vice President, Mrs. Hannah.
No, we're just on president right now, Mr. McBride. If there are no more nominations, is there a motion to close the nominations?
I make a motion that we close nominations.
Second.
It was moved first by Ms. Hannah, second by Mr. McBride. Nominations are now closed. Ms. LaCour, please call the roll call.
Mr. Riddle,
Yes.
Mr. McBride,
Yes.
Ms. Hannah,
Yes.
Ms. Callahan Wozniak,
Yes.
Ms. Leguizamo,
Yes.
Mr. Ewing,
Yes.
Ms. Gonzalez.
Yes.
At this time, I'd like to introduce our new board president and continuing.
And you need a roll call vote on the
sorry.
nomination of Mr. Ewing.
Not as good as this is you. Can we please have a roll call for the nomination of Brandon Ewing as board president? Ms. LaCour.
Mr. Riddle,
Yes.
Mr. McBride,
Yes.
Ms. Hannah,
Yes.
Ms. Callahan Wozniak,
Yes.
Ms. Leguizamo,
Yes.
Ms. Gonzalez,
Yes.
Mr. Ewing.
Yes.
Congratulations. Brandon Ewing will be our board and continuing board president.
Mr. Ewing now takes over the meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Ewing. You can now take over the meeting.
Thank you, Superintendent. Thank you to the board members. I appreciate the
Your mic's
opportunity.
not on. Can't be on. Is your mic on?
It is. Appreciate the opportunity to continue to serve. With that, we are going to go to item 5B, the election of the board vice president. Are there any nominations for the board vice president?
Yes.
You have a motion, Mr. McBride?
Miss Hannah.
So we have a first from Mr. McBride. Do we have a second for board member Hannah?
Second.
Second from Ms. Leguizamo. Are there any other nominations for board vice president? I see
Yes.
Ms. Wozniak.
I nominate Rick Riddle.
We have a motion from Mr. Riddle. Do we have a second?
Second.
Have a second from Ms. Leguizamo. Are there any other nominations for board vice president? Do we have a motion to close the nominations?
I make a motion that we close nominations.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Hannah, seconded by Mr. McBride. Roll call to close nominations.
Mr. Riddle,
Are we voting to close?
Close it. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Mr. McBride,
Yes.
Ms. Hannah,
Yes.
Ms. Callahan Wozniak,
Yes.
Ms. Leguizamo,
Yes.
Ms. Gonzalez,
Yes.
Mr. Ewing.
Yes. Nominations are now closed. I will call we will take the vote in the order in which the individuals were nominated. So first, if we can have a roll call vote for Ms. Anita Hannah as board vice president.
Mr. Riddle,
No.
Mr. McBride,
Yes.
Ms. Hannah,
Yes.
Ms. Callahan Wozniak,
No.
Ms. Leguizamo,
Respectfully, no.
Ms. Gonzalez,
Respectfully, no.
Mr. Ewing.
Yes. We will now go to the next name that was nominated, Mr. Rick Riddle. If we can have a roll call vote for Rick Riddle as vice president.
Mr. Riddle,
Yes.
Mr. McBride,
Yes.
Ms. Hannah,
Respectfully, no.
Ms. Callahan Wozniak,
Yes.
Ms. Leguizamo,
Yes.
Ms. Gonzalez,
Yes.
Mr. Ewing.
Yes. Mr. Riddle, having secured a majority of the board, is our board vice president for this next 2-year term. Congratulations, Mr. Riddle.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda, we have item 5C, which is the election of our board secretary. Traditionally, this is a role that is served by the superintendent, and I would make a motion that we continue that same practice to nominate Teresa Placencia as the board vice president or board secretary.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Wozniak, seconded by Ms. Leguizamo.
Mr. Riddle?
Do we have to close the nomination or no?
Yes, a roll call vote, please. I mean,
Are we closing nominations, or is this the vote for the?
point of order, Mr. Should we close? No?
No, you don't have to.
I don't think there's any other nominations.
You don't have to close your nomination.
So roll call vote for, to support that recommendation.
All right. Yes, my vote is yes.
Mr. McBride?
Yes.
Ms. Hannah?
Yes.
Ms. Callahan Wozniak?
Yes.
Ms. Leguizamo?
Yes.
Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes.
Mr. Ewing?
Yes. Congratulations, Superintendent. Will remain as the board secretary for this new 2-year term. Have item 6A, which is the approval of board meeting calendar from May 12, 2021 to April 25th, 2023. It follows our current tradition of second and fourth Tuesday Board of Education meetings. Hope all board members have had an opportunity to review it. Do we have a motion to approve item 6A, the board meeting calendar from May 12, 2021 through April 25th, 2023?
Mr. Riddle, I so move. We approve.
Motion by Mr. Riddle,
Second.
second by Ms. Wozniak. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Riddle?
Yes.
Mr. McBride?
Yes.
Ms. Hannah?
Yes.
Ms. Callahan Wozniak?
Yes.
Ms. Leguizamo?
Yes.
Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes.
Mr. Ewing?
Yes. Item approved. That is our board calendar. Now we are at 7A, public comment. It is blank this evening, so we are going to move right on down to board member time. And I'm just going to go around. So I'll start with our newest board member, Ms. Adriana Gonzalez.
Okay. Thank you, Board President, Board, and Superintendent Placencia. I'm really happy and excited to be a part of the board. I hope that, with the rest of the team, that we're able to enact and impact students, especially given that they've endured a lot this past year. Everybody knew going into this campaign that I didn't expect to win, but there's something special about being an underdog, and I know the caliber of students that we have here in the district, and I really believe that there's something to be proud of. So I look forward to working with the rest of you, and that's all I have to say.
Mr. McBride.
Well, I want to start off with saying congratulations. You sitting among us seniors, and hopefully we're able to learn something from you now that you're here, because there's a lot of things that I guess that's going on around us that we naive of, and maybe you can pull our coach to help us understand some of these things as we go forward. And I want to say, as far as the nominations for the board president and vice president, I have to respect the fact that, as Tom was saying, just when we got sworn in, the young lady down there been here, it's 7 terms. And out of being around 7 terms, you should know something, and you should get respect for something. And so my nomination for her, just because of those reasons. And then not only that, I want to say that not just me, the public spoke highly of her. She was the second out of all of us to be denominated to come be on the school board. So not just my thoughts, the public thinks highly of her. So that was my reasons for nominating her, because of the host of knowledge that she had, and that knowledge didn't come overnight. So with that, I'm sure as things go on, we continue going to still work together, but still at the same time, that's why I voted for Ms. Hannah for Vice President, because number one, she's been around as long as she has. And with that, I look forward to all of us working together for the reason that we're sitting here, and that is to be the backbones for these children that's coming before us. And thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McBride. Ms. Leguizamo?
Thank you, Board President. I just want to say congratulations to all the re-elected board members and the new elected board member. I feel that we have a strong and diverse board that will drive many successes in our schools. I look forward to the next 2 years. I'm really excited about what we're planning on for our STEM planning, the Beyond Destination 2022, our capital improvement planning, budgets, and more. So really excited about that. Those are just things I wanted to highlight up front and look forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Leguizamo. Mr. Riddle?
Yes, thank you, Board President. Congratulations again on your successful election and your nomination and successful continuation as Board President. I want to congratulate all of the individuals who ran this year and were elected. And our newest member, Adriana, thank you for joining us. I think we're going to work well together. We have a big job ahead of us as we pull out of this pandemic, but I feel very confident that this board has the desire and the competence to work together to help us get through this and get our children back into our schools in the fall. Look forward to working with everyone to do that successfully. And thank you again.
Thank you, Mr. Riddle. Ms. Hannah? Oh, Ms. Wozniak?
I'd like to congratulate our newest board member, Adriana Gonzalez. It's been a pleasure working with you on the Waukegan School Board Foundation, and I look forward to our continued work together. And congratulations to our 3 returning board members. I look forward to a wonderful 2 more years on the board together.
Ms. Hannah?
Okay. First, thank you so much, Mr. McBride, for your nomination. And I just want to say that leadership doesn't always come with a title. Actions of doing what is right for students that we serve is the primary duty while serving the district and the community. And I want to thank the community for having confidence in me for the 7th term, representing everyone with integrity and truth. And I am I'm humbly grateful that the mandate is there, and I will continue to do my best. I'd like to say congratulations to Ms. Gonzalez. You're in for a good ride, a nice ride. Ethical, truth, integrity. Those are the things that I'll say to you. And always know your primary duty is the focus of children and what's best for them. I want to congratulate Mr. McBride, and you know what it's all about. And I'd like to thank Mr. Brandon Hewing, and congratulations to being the board president again. And we will work together.
Always.
And we will continue to strive, as our oath said, for the betterment of our district, and to ensure that our students get the best education that they deserve. And so with that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Hannah. And I want to, as I say all the time, I look forward to working with this Board of Education. May is action-packed, right? We have a lot of things that we want to do in order to make sure that we get off to the right foot, because we know that as our students are entering our buildings, next year, game is on. I mean, it's on right now, but the expectation is that we will be welcoming our students back, to in-person education as soon as that is possible. And when we look at our budget, when we look at different policies, when we look at what we are doing over this summer, is to make sure that we keep at the forefront what Ms. Hannah talked about and talks about often, and that is making sure that we are providing an equitable, high-level education for every child in Waukegan. And so with this Board of Education, I know that is what we all want to do, and I appreciate the confidence that you have in me to continue on as the board president, and I look forward to serving with each and every single one of you, and as board member Hannah stated, working together in order to make sure that our students are successful. So thank you all. I also want to take a moment to thank my wife and my children. Typically, these meetings are much longer, and so when I get home many days, the boys are already in bed, but they serve as a constant reminder of what I do it for, and making sure that I have a partner who supports me in these endeavors has been super important. Many know that I didn't plan to run again, but she was one of the biggest voices who pushed me to do so, and so I thank her. And I thank my board, and I look forward to serving Waukegan Public Schools. With that, I would like for a motion to adjourn. Motion by Mr. McBride,
I second.
second by Ms. Wozniak. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you all so much. And Board of Education, I don't know if Mr. Alajakis, can you take just a board picture? Thank you, sir.